Okay, here we are. We have the dash removed. Today we're going to be taking out and replacing the heater core. So I have the dash removed because if you're going to attempt this, you have to at least know how to remove the dash by yourself. The dash is fairly simple. You got a couple things over here. Bolt. A couple there, and then you have bolts here. Bolt, you know, the center console thing. This is our center console thing. You know, center console thing would go here. You take that guy off and remove these bolts. And then same bolts over there. You can see it. One there and one there. You want to start actually with taking not the center console, but the you see the emergency brake there, the armrest piece off. That's in between the two seats. There's a big sort of space holder cup in it, and then that clicks into either the stick shift or the automatic stick here. That just clicks in sort of in this area. There's two little plastic bolts here. So yeah, take the entire dashboard off and get to this point. Then there's just a few screws. You know, there's one here. There's one down in here. I'll zoom in on it, but my light isn't going to adjust anyway. It's down there. Hopefully you can see it. There's a few clips that you want to take off back in here. See if I can find one of these clip parts. Yeah, so in here there's a clip. It's just a little simple metal piece, and then there's a corresponding one down in there into where my finger disappears. So take those off, get to this point. If you don't have anything on these, that's okay. We're going to replace that too. There's another one back in there. Yeah, you can see that one. Doesn't have anything on it either. And it should. So we'll put something back on there as well. So I'm going to cut and get to the next step and explain how I got there. Partly because I don't know how to get there myself. I've done this once before, but it was long enough ago that I need to experiment a little. But get to this place, get to where I am right here, and and then we'll go from there. And don't worry too much about the chaos, because this is chaos. This is it. You're in it. You've decided to embrace chaos. Okay, here we go. Next step. Just a sec. Okay, I feel like I've made an important advancement, and I wanted to share, where I'm at with what I've done to advance myself. So the bottom part, there's two parts. There's the top part where the vent that doesn't have any stupid foam on it anymore is, and the heater core is up in there. You can't see it because of course it's completely hidden. And then there's the bottom part, and the bottom part sends the hot or cold air to the back of the car, to where the passengers are. There's little vents under the driver's seat and in the back there. And the bottom part comes you can detach it. You can detach the bottom part. And the way you do that is there's if you can see the brake pedal there, and then where's my gas pedal? There it is. It's way back in there. It's the gas pedal. There's the gas pedal, and then there's a little screw hole right there that I've taken off. Took that little screw out. It's in my hand right now. It's kind of poking me, but I'm sacrificing just for you. And then the whole thing pops out. The whole thing pops out of there. Oops, that light is terrible. Like it's doing right now. You see how that comes out? Like that? Runs into the wires. Yeah, it does run into the wires. But, if I move the wires, it would totally come out. So that's an important step, because now I'm going to be able, now that the top is detached from the bottom, I'm going to be able to take the top off, which is where the heater core is, which will be, you know, a crucial step. So there's one screw. I think the other screw, there's one more screw. Let's see if we can find it right now. One more screw. Yeah, I think we can kind of see it. You know it's in there. I think there's one more screw holding this little bugger on, but we'll get that other screw off, and we'll cut to the next step. Okay. Okay, two things. One, I found where that other screw is that was hanging onto the bottom. It's right in there. I took it off. So now the bottom part is off and hanging out over there. You can see there is no bottom part. And this is the part I remembered just now. This is important. Because, you know, you'd think that Volkswagen would just make it difficult to, you know, get the... Oh no, oh there we go. To get the heater core out from the inside, but they also make it difficult, well, not quite as difficult, but they also make it difficult to get out from the outside. So if we go to the outside here, my car happens to not have, well, it has an engine in it, but it the engine is on the ground because I'm putting a TDI in it. It used to be a VR6 and I'm putting a TDI in it. So you want to go to this side and make the hood go up so it doesn't hit you in the head. Do that whole thing. And then there's some bolts on this side that hold the heater core in. And we're looking at one right now. Yeah, that guy. You see that little cap right there? Let's take that cap off and see what it looks like. See what that guy looks like. Eventually it'll come off of there. Someday. Oh, what do you know? Look, there's a bolt. That's a 10 millimeter right there. You want to take that guy off. You see my heater core? Can you see that? Look at that. Look at that big chip out of that heater core. Isn't that nice? That's what you want in the heater core, a big chip. No, you don't. That's why I'm replacing it. So there's one bolt there. I think there's a bolt down here too under this flap. Let's find out. I literally haven't opened this flap yet, so I might make myself look like an idiot. Oh no, there's a bolt in that flap too. Alright, I think there's only two. There's only two bolts. So you want to take those bolts off, and then your heater core, after you take that bottom part off, it's just gonna pop right out of there. It's gonna be like a pop. Like, you know, like a beer bottle that you think maybe the beer bottle screws on, but it doesn't. It's a pop top. And once you get a pop top, it makes your life a little, you know, a little chicker. We used to have a thing called a Popener. I don't have it on me, or I'd show it to you. We had a thing called a Popener that we got in. I'm worried that this is part of it too, so I'm going to check. No, that's not part of it. So don't worry about the flap on the left, just the flap on the right. That's some sort of secret compartment on the left. So don't look at it, because it won't be a secret anymore. We got the Popener in Rome when we were in Rome, but I don't know where he is right now, so I'm not going to get him. But it's just like the Popener. You want to click it off. You want to chick it, like a little chick, you know, like that, to get it off. Not twist it. If you were wondering, if you were curious, what I'm drinking, I don't drink afterwards, because if you don't succeed, you don't want to feel like a complete failure. So it's like smoking the, you know, victory cigar while you're working. So I'm drinking a thing with rainbows that are made out of skulls while I'm doing this, which seems like a good idea. Seems like a good idea. I like that idea anyway. I feel like it works. Okay, let me remove those other bolts, and then we'll take the heater core out, and we'll do inappropriate things to it, and appropriate things like replace it. Okay. Okay. So I've taken off the bolts that hold it on this side, that one and that one, little 10 millimeter guys. And I'm about to take, so I think I'm about to take the heater core out. So I haven't tried it yet. I probably should have tried it before I, did this take, but I can always edit this out if it doesn't work. Okay, so we have heater core here. We have all the whole thing. Let's see if it will just pull on out of there. Just I can grab it, I can put my hand on it, and I can pull. Oh, Jesus, shit, it doesn't move at all. Okay, we're gonna have to do a different take. Okay, I found another clip, and I don't think it's the only one, but I think it's one of them. So you can kind of see it there. Let me zoom in. Zoom, you bastard! Come on, zoom one-handed. Zoom, zoom, more faster. Don't make me look like an idiot. Zoom. It's hard to do. Okay, yeah, there. You see that guy? Yeah. Oops, no, it's blurry. Yeah, you see that clip right there? So it's way back there, in there, you know? So this is the front of it. And then you go like that, and then you zoom in to look professional. And that's where that clip is. So I'm going to take that clip off. And then I'm going to imagine that there's a corresponding one, you know, down below somewhere. And I'm going to take the corresponding one down. If you can see it right now, I can't. I'm just believing. I'm just believing that that's where it is. So I'm going to take the top one off. I'm going to take the bottom one off. And then we're going to see if we can take this bugger right off. Take this heater core off. And when I have it off, oh Jesus, oh holy Jesus. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to own it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so my suspicion about the clips, about the little clips that hold it on there, was exactly right. Or maybe my remembrance, because I actually have done this one once before. So there's alright, there's a number of, there's a number of clips that hold this thing on. And yeah, let me get, because this is important. This is like, this isn't crucial, but it really helps life out. So this is what a clip looks like. And I think there's 4 of these that hold it on, that hold the little bugger on. And you want, oh, I just dropped it. See that always, that's not fun. So there's one up there that I showed you. There's one up top. There's 2 on the side, one on top of this guy and one, oh no. My gear shift just moved and I fell. One on top of this guy and one on bottom. And then there's one underneath, sort of in there. So once you get those 4 clips removed and the 4 bolts, no, I'm sorry, and the 2 bolts on the other side of the flywall, then you can do this. And I'm not going to lie to you. So some people might lie to you here, like Bob Ross would lie to you here. And who's the, Bob Vila. People named Bob would lie to you here and say, this is the first time I'm trying it. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I already tried this before I'm filming this right now. And it worked. So I know it's going to come out. But it's going to be a big surprise to you when it comes out, because you don't know. This whole time you've been thinking, can this incompetent son of a bitch actually do this? And now it's going to actually happen. You're going to think, holy Jesus, this guy is awesome. I can't believe he can actually do it. So see, I just took that right out of there. See how it's all loose and loosey-goosey? It's not quite all the way out of there, because there's a vacuum hose right in. You can see it. Yeah, you see that vacuum hose? You got to detach that. So I'm going to detach the vacuum hose, and then I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to do something inappropriate to it for you. Okay, so I took it out, and this is pretty annoying, but the heater core actually still had fluid in it. So when I tipped, you can see there, this is a VR6, someone put the green slime in it. So you can see there that when I tipped the little heater core out, that all the green slime that was left in the heater core actually spilled into my vents and onto my carpet. So that's awesome, because when I turn the heater on the next time, it's gonna stink. And you know, if you've ever smelled radiator fluid, you know what I'm talking about. So you got to take off these little vent things too. And I'm filming this for you, and I'm also filming it for me, because I never remember where these goddamn things go. So that the long one goes to there, and the blue one goes to there. So these are not particularly fun things, but these are things that you want to be super careful with, because I've broken these before. And when I break them, then I have to do creative things that are not fun. So you want to find, so it clips over here. You want to find how how it's sort of generally attached. And then you want to unclip it. Oh, there. And then you want to make goddamn sure that you keep this little clip. Because if you go to the hardware store or the auto parts store or to whatever store in the entire world, it doesn't matter what store you go to, you will not find these clips. They are okay, maybe someone can find them somewhere and they'll prove me wrong, but if you lose it, you'll still feel like an asshat, and because they're hard to find, and you know, but they're such a simple thing. So don't lose them. All right, clip them off, but don't lose them. And then put them in your safe place. Put them in the place that you feel like is safe. And then your heater core will be removed. Okay, I hear my daughter calling, my 2-year-old daughter. I'm being the stay-at-home dad today, and I'm doing this. I hear her calling me, so I'm gonna go get her, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the heater core completely removed without my finger in front of the lens. I saw it was in front of the lens there, and I feel kind of bad about it, but I won't do it next. I'll make sure, and I won't do it next time. Okay. Okay, let's not mince words here. This is awesome. The heater core unit is out, and the beer is right next to it because there's a causational relationship. Heater core out and beer with skull rainbows on it. Heater core out and beer. Causational relationship. Look it up. Look it up. So now it's super simple now that you have this stupid ass hat fuckhead thing off. Now you just take off, you see that screw? You take off that screw, you take off that screw, and that's the only thing that holds it in. And you pull it out of there and you put the new one in, and oh look, it's leaking. That's nice. Look at that. It's leaking on the ground for us. I'll just urinate in public. I don't care. I'm a broken heater core. I'll take it out of there and show you that part too. But yeah, at this point you got to be proud. Okay, we are going to do this together because, you know, this is it. I mean, this is what we've been working for. It hasn't been that long on the video, and it hasn't been that long in real life. And by real life, I mean like me, like I am real life. You know, like what I'm doing right now is real life. So both of those things have not been all that long, which is nice. You know, a lot of people describe this as being very intimidating and time consuming. It's just not. It's just not. If you pay someone to do this for you, you're choosing to pay them. You're choosing it. And it's lots of money that you're choosing to pay them. But it's not that intimidating. Look, see, I'm holding on to my feet. See that foot there and that foot there. And then, oh, God, come here. You don't have to be that, I'm really strong, but you don't have to be that strong. And then you pull it out of there and you go, oh, there's the bastard. Oh, look, it's leaking more to add insult to injury. There's the bastard that was leaking all that fluid, and I was breathing it, and it was leaking on my carpet and making my car look like shit. Oh, I hate you. And you take it and you throw it on the ground. Ah, I threw you on. I bent that corner when I threw it on the ground. Ha ha. But you're out of there, and I don't care about you anymore because I have a blank hole, or a wet blank hole where you used to go, that I will replace you with. You bastard. Okay, it turns out you want to save. This is kind of funny now. You want to save a few things from the old one, from the old actual heater core itself. You probably don't give much of a shit about the, you know, about the little foam piece that goes in here, but this little plastic piece that the vacuum hose connects to, it's mildly important. When you throw it on the ground after you've removed it, don't break this little plastic, or, I don't know, maybe don't throw it on the ground. Either way, whatever you do, don't break this little plastic piece, because it's mildly important. You want to take note of this little plastic piece. The fat side, there's a difference. The fat side goes on the outside, and the little tiny itty bitty side goes on the inside. So let's take it out. I have, oh shit, fuck, I broke it. God damn it. Okay, well, this is something that we're going to have to deal with the reinstall, because Andrew has broke it, and we're going to have to compensate for that. Learn from my mistakes. This is what that's the lesson of this section, of this chapter. Learn from my mistakes. So the fat side goes on the outside towards the firewall, towards the engine, and the little side would go towards the inside if I weren't a complete asshat, idiot, jackass, and didn't break it off. There you go. Okay, so once again, unlike Bob Ross and Bob Villa, I think it's Bob Villa, I can't remember how he says it, and I can't remember how to pronounce it the right way. Unlike that son of a bitch anyway, or those sons of bitches, I'm not going to lie to you. This is what I got now. I have 2 replacement heater cores. This one and this one, and I don't remember which one is which for the part numbers, but if you look it up on TDIclub.com under Annie Neff, Annie Neff will have a comparison between the two, and this one will clearly be the winner in the comparison. So I have these 2. They're both new. I've had them for a little while, so you know this one has a little bit of a dork in it, but you know it's just fine. That's the old one over there that we hate, that we threw on the ground and we dented it. Look at that. Yeah, take that, dent. And one of these 2 heater cores came with these new parts, and look at that. Oh, it's a new little, we're gonna call it a nipple, and it's funny because it's called a nipple. But it's also descriptive, and we have a new one of those, and we have a new one of these, all kinds of new stuff. So when you order whatever you order, make sure you order one of these with the metal bottom because it's better, and the metal, the metal tubes because it's better. Because if you look, oh look, that one has plastic and it's all new and it's okay, but no, after not very long it breaks off like that, and then your heater core is foobarred and you're like me, trying to replace it. So order this one, all aluminum everywhere. And then it also came with, this is a wheel bearing for something else. This is a oil filter for something else. I don't know if this is part of it. Maybe the foam is part of it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it was just packaging. I don't know what the hell that is. I think this is actually part of it because this has like some sticky stuff on it, and you peel this off and you put it. I don't know what the hell it is though. Maybe you can figure it out. If you want it, you can buy it from me for too much money, or you can just watch this and use it. So there are the heater cores. We're gonna put it back in the heater core, unit, and put it all back together now and reassemble. Again, broken, foobarred, and stupid. Plastic replacement and stupid. Metal, ooh, we like it, yeah. Okay, before we just willy-nilly start putting the heater core back in there, we gotta address the the little the flaps here. Well, that one doesn't go that way. It goes this way. See that flap? Well, those little holes, for some reason, I don't know why they made those holes. Just to bug me? Just to bug you? Just to bug all of us? They made all those holes in there. So we need to cover those holes. You can cover them with duct tape, or there's lots of little tricky, silly things online that you can cover them with. There's still some foam in there, which is good times. Still a little bit. You want to get rid of all that disgusting foam because you don't want it blowing back in your face. You turn on the heater and/or AC. So there's none on this one. This one is clearly very. So anyway, we want to cover those holes with something that makes it non-permeable. There's a few different options for covering them. You can look it up, on the TDI website. There's on the B4 section. There's different techniques. I use duct tape and I wrap it around. I wrap it all the way around there, and guess what? It works, and it works forever, and it's insanely cheap. You can buy the special foam stuff from whatever supplier. One person had Walmart, or that's like some gross little, yeah, see how gross that is? That's what you'll be breathing if you do that, if you don't replace that. there's some special foam thing from Walmart or some, you know, equally cheap, stupid place that someone uses. But don't use any of that. Just use duct tape and cover the holes. I mean, that's the whole deal. So I'm going to cover these holes, and then I'm going to put the heater core, the new all aluminum heater core back in there, and we'll reconvene. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I don't know where you're at with all of this, but I'm looking forward to seeing you. This is me. I'm going to point at myself. Where's this? Oh, Jesus. Can you hear my daughter? I don't think she might. I think I put a shirt on her. Yes. Yeah, hon. See, I told you I was stay-at-home dad today. What? What do you need?
I want a hug.
You want a hug?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have a hug. Come here. This is a selfie hug here. Oh, Jesus, that's nice. Whew. Okay, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you for the hug. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Okay, so per my daughter's suggestion, we're gonna make a video. So, you see how you're in that video now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna put me in that video, okay?
Okay.
So come over here. Hold this. Okay. And keep me in the video. Can you see me right now?
Yeah.
Can you see me? Hold it so you can see me. Can you see me?
Yeah.
No, not there. Can you see me here? Can you see me on the little screen?
Yeah.
You can see me? Okay. So I've managed to cover, look at the screen. Yeah. I've managed to cover two sides, and not very well, because I drank all that beer with the rainbows with the skulls on them. Are you looking at me? Can you see me? No,
Yeah.
don't look at me. Look at there. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. And because this is hard, for both of those reasons. So I covered one side, and then so now I just have to cover the other side. The other side in here. Oh God, I'm gonna fall over. Okay. The other side in here. Hold it straight. Don't move it. She's only 2, so this is, it's good. Can you see me right now?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You're lying.
No, I can see you.
You can see me?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have to cover the other side in here with more duct tape. Right in there. Hopefully, I'm just sort of randomly guessing. Hopefully, you can see it. But yeah, cover all the holes with duct tape. That's the main idea. Cover all the holes. You'll be okay. All right, here, let me have the camera back.
Okay.
She almost fell over. That was kind of funny. Okay, Jesus fuck, I got those things duct taped. It wasn't easy, but I made it unnecessarily difficult by drinking a lot. Okay, you got the top on there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, on the nut there, yeah, on the bolt and the nut. And by having a 2-year-old. I think if maybe you had a 3-year-old, maybe a 4-year-old with small and very particularly coordinated hands, it would make it easier. But mostly not, doing other things too much. So there's a little vent that goes kind of down in there. There's some holes, there that you want to cover. I got all that duct tape. You might say, hey, Andrew, that looks horrible. That looks like shit. Well, fuck you. That's what I say to that. And it'll freaking work, for Christ's sake. Charge the battery pack. Evidently, I need some more juice on my battery. So there's that. I got some, got some duct tape on that. You can see it there. Let's put it back up. And you can see it sort of in there. Got lots of duct tape all over it. It'll work great now. And so will yours if you get duct tape like mine. Alright, I'm going to go charge the battery. So, I love my daughter as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to lie to you. She was kind of holding me back, so we went for a ride, and I got her to zonk out. Yeah. That is good parenting. Okay. So I got her to zonk out, and then I don't pay attention to the rest of the, well, I don't know, pay attention to it. I got, you know, the bolts back in. Let's zoom in there. There's one bolt. That was the tricky one. The top one was the hard one. The bottom one was pretty, oh, there it is. Pretty easy to shove through. So I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't easy to put that, the heater core back in there with the whole unit of the, you know, the little flaps, and I don't know what the hell to call that thing. The heater control unit, you know, that thing, that big bugger right there. Heater control unit. So it wasn't easy to put it in there. The two bolts, there's the top bolt and the bottom bolt on the other side of the flywall. They didn't want to line up with the heater core, you know, with the two tubes of the heater core that went out this way. So what I ended up doing was getting the two tubes of the heater core in, and then just getting the bottom bolt in, and getting it well enough, and putting the bolt on it and screwing it in, you know, pretty not all the way, but you know, pretty decently. And then I got back inside and I pushed on this. It's hard, you know, not hard, but I pushed on it hard until I felt the top bolt slip in, and then I put the bolt on the top bolt and screwed it in, and now the heater core is pretty much all the way in there. This is the thing you gotta line up. Remember that top clip? Well, that's what you gotta line up. You gotta line up the top clip so that it lines up okay, and so that all the little rubber bits are back together like they're supposed to be, so they're all happy and not, you know, you don't want air leaks. You don't want your heat or your air conditioning going somewhere where it's not supposed to be. So you can see mine there. See a little gap. See a little gap on the right there. It looks bigger now because I zoomed in on it, but you can see it right there. I need to close that gap up. I need to sort of adjust it so that it goes all back together. And then you put the clips back on. You put that bit back together with the, you know, the top part, and you put the whole thing back together like you took it apart. What are they called? The cables for the, you know, this part for the, you know, these things work the flaps. Oh, you can't see it at all. They work the flaps, but you know, that's one of the flaps for the air mixing, you know, to make it go up to the windshield, or make it go, you know, back to the back people. That's a little complicated, but if you took it apart and you paid attention at all, you should be able to put it back together. So yeah, I'm gonna take another video of when it's all back together to make me look good, and to make it, you know, show you that I can actually do this, and that that my instructions are actually possible. But that's the basic idea. Those are the fundamentals of replacing a heater core. Good luck on yours. Don't get the beer with the rainbow skulls on it. It doesn't make it easier. It doesn't make it better. Makes it, maybe, I don't know, a little bit more fun, but doesn't make the heater core any easier. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next how-to. Okay, I'm filming this intermediary part because this part was a goddamn bitch, and I don't remember it being so hard on the last one, but on this one it was a pain. Man, that was hard. So you can see, let me make it so you can see the clip, oh bugger, back in there. Come on, light. Ah, there it is. Oh, bear with me here. I'll get it lit up. One right there. Okay, there. Alright, you can see the little clip right back in there. And it wasn't lining up for me. It was, you can see it's all lined up now. Like I can pick up that clip and I can clip it right on there. There's one. here's 2 in this little dark hole. Horrible, horrible. Just like my light's caught on something. This little horrible hole in there. Yeah, there's. Oh wait, where is it? Oh, bastard. Come on. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you, I edited some shit out there because that was fucking stupid trying to get this thing. So there's another one, that one clips together. And believe it or not, those are 2 separate pieces. See, right here? Those are 2 separate pieces. I can kind of pull it. Oh, fuck. God damn it, I pulled it apart. Oh, well, now you believe it's 2 separate pieces. Anyway, there's a clip. I can put it back together after this. And there's a clip on the bottom. There's the bottom clip. It's going to go on there. And these are said clips that hold all those little bastards together. So get it all lined up. It can't be just like close enough. It has to be, you know, it has to be mated together. And the way you mate it together is, I'm gonna make sure I'm zoomed out. Oops, zoomed out. The way you mate it together is you get the bolts on the other side of the firewall. You get them sort of on there, you know, on there good enough so you know damn well they aren't going to come off, but not tight, you know, so you still have some wiggle room. And then you grab this side, you know, this part here, and you pull like I'm pulling towards myself here. And then on this side, there's this part down here. You're going to push that in. And that'll line everything up for you. You give that a good pull and a good push, and then it'll just click right into place. I'm going to click it into place and show you that it's back. And then I'm going to put those little really fun, the funnest clips. I'm going to put those fun clips back on. All right. The hard part is over. Oh God. Okay, so I lined it up good enough. No, not good enough. I lined it up fairly exactly, and you can see that little clip is on back there. And those 2 little plastic bits that, you know, the seam is down the middle was pretty, I mean, it was exactly like that in order to get that clip back on. I got that one on first, and I got that one, you can see back in there. And then I got the one down in there, you can see in there, on there. And now, this thing is pretty solid. I can grab it and I can pull. I haven't tightened the screws down on the other side of the flywall yet, but it is pretty amazingly solid just with those 3 clips. So the trick is getting those lined up and getting it on there after the heater core is back in, and then you'll be set. Then tighten down the bolts on the other side of the firewall and yeah, reattach everything. All right. Okay, I got it back in there. It's in there. I'm fake panting because it was supposed to be a ton of work, but hopefully I didn't make it look any harder than it actually is. It's actually pretty easy. You can see my little blend door back there. You know, makes it go one way or the other. And then this front one here. Oh wow, that was fast, wasn't it? It was there, and you know. Now it lets a little bit of air through, but that's what the holes were for. And then the foam let the air through there, but now it lets it just through there, which is fine. It's a happy little space that's supposed to let it through. And then you know you take this guy and you put him back on there however he goes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. You see that tab right there? I broke that tab. But you can take a soldering iron, you can melt it all back together, and it'll be as happy as ever. This doesn't go this way, by the way. It's backwards and upside down. It goes a lot more that way than it went the first way I had it. I'm not going to put it all back together right now because I needed a part for my... Right now this is a gas engine and you know, transmission and all that stuff. And I'm going to make it a turbo diesel. So I want access to all this craziness and all these, you know, all of those. I need access to all that. So I'm not going to put it all back together because I'll do it I'll put it all back together at the very end. But I could put it all back together, and so can you. You can do it. Let's save everyone. Everyone out no. Just you. Let's save you. Whoever's listening to this video, let's save you at least $1,000. You can contribute 10% to me by mailing it to me. Email me for my address. And you can have my address, and you can mail me 10% of the money you saved from this video. But most of all, let's not pay someone else to do your heater core. Let's do your heater core yourself, and have fun, and feel successful. Feel like a successful human being. All right. Until the next thing. Trying to think of what to say. Garrison Keeler says, "Be well, do good work, and keep in touch." I like that for now. Okay.